water, boil in water, and after this we boil it in alcohol, right?
Sir, to block
Ethanol.
sunlight and check if starches form.
To check if starches form. Very good. So option C is right. What is the function of iodine solution in the starch test experiment?
Uh, Iodine. Sir, B. It reacts with starch and turns blue-black.
Very good. If starch is not present, will it turn blue-black?
No, it
It
will
won't.
turn in yellowish some color.
Very good. Very good. Next.
In the transpiration experiment, why is a plastic tied around a leaf?
Hmm.
To trap water vapor release to provide. Sir, B.
Option number B. To trap water vapor released by the leaf. Very good. Answer this.
What happens to the leaf in the absence of sunlight in the photosynthesis experiment?
Mhm.
Absence of sunlight. Of mm,
Yes.
in absence of sunlight. It remains green and does not show starch.
It remains green and does not show starch. Okay. Why others haven't joined yet? So question is, what happens to the leaf in the absence of sunlight in the photosynthesis experiment? Okay. What was your answer? Repeat again.
B.
It remains green and does not show starch presence. Okay. It starts putting oxygen, it releases more water vapor. So the right answer is option number B. The appropriate is option number B. Good. Next.
In the starch test experiment, why is the
Hmm.
leaf boiled in alcohol? C. To remove the green pigment chlorophyll.
Exactly. Hmm.
The process of loss of water vapor from the leaf of plant is called transpiration.
Transpiration. Very good. Next.
In the photosynthesis experiment, the part of leaf exposed to sunlight turns starch when tested with
Hmm.
blue-black.
Blue-black. Very good. Next.
In the transpiration experiment, water droplets are collected inside a plastic bag.
Hmm. Next.
The removal of chlorophyll from a leaf is done by boiling it in. Sir, I forgot the tube.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry. What was the name of it?
Ethanol. Ethanol.
Okay,
Or
yeah.
basically alcohol.
Hmm.
Okay. So it is basically alcohol. Next.
In the starch test experiment, after boiling in alcohol, the leaf is rinsed in dash to soften it.
Hmm.
Rinsed in uh,
Yes.
water.
Obviously in water. Good. To make it soft. Answer this question.
Starch test.
Hmm.
Blue-black color change.
Okay. So for option question number 1, it is blue-black
B.
color change. Good.
Transpiration. Loss of water vapor.
Good.
Water vapor. Photosynthesis. Sunlight is necessary.
Good.
Chlorophyll removal. Chlorophyll. Boiling in alcohol.
And good.
Iodine solution. Iodine solution reaction used to test starch presence.
Well done. Okay. Answer this also.
Explain the steps of the experiment to show that sunlight is necessary for photosynthesis. Sunlight is necessary for photosynthesis.
Yes, how do we show it that it is necessary? What were the steps we have to follow?
Hmm.
Yes.
Sir, we have to take um a plant which is very energy, which have like good branch with lots of leaf, and
Okay.
take a plastic bag and wrap around it, around
Mm.
the branch. Then
Okay.
after two, like after 1 to 2 hours,
Mm-hmm.
then check it. Then there will be droplets of water coming.
Okay. So that you are explaining about the transpiration then. Yes, Ayush, how are you? Ayush, try to join on time.
Yes, sir, I'm fine. Yes, sir.
Hmm. So first question is explain the steps of the experiment to show that sunlight is necessary for photosynthesis. Remember the two potted plants we have taken, Halima?
Yes, sir. Like we put
Mhm.
one plant in the dark room and second plant in the open area.
Hmm. And
Sir, take
continue.
Sir, me.
Yeah, anyone.
first plant we have to keep it in dark room,
Hmm.
and then all the starch were used up will be used up, and
Okay.
it will not change in blue black color if we
Hmm.
test the starch. But in the second one, um the starch but in the second one,
Hmm.
when we check by iodine test, the leaf will turn in blue black color because
Hmm.
photosynthesis was occurring.
Good. Very good. Okay. Answer the next question, guys.
Sir, can I answer?
Yes, both of you will be answering this one after another.
Sir, first you have to take a healthy potted plant
Hmm.
and then cover some branches with a transparent polythene bag. Yeah. Then you have to leave it for 5 to 6 hours in sunlight. Then you will observe that tiny water droplets from inside.
Hmm.
Tiny water droplets
Water
will be
droplets.
present in the polythene bag. Um, this shows that leaves does transpiration.
Okay. Next, you, Ayush, you explain the same question. Yes, Ayush.
Yes, sir.
Mhm.
Sir, this question, third one.
Mhm. The third question. No, no, second question. Second question. Meanwhile, you prepare for the third question, Halima. After Ayush, you will be answering that third question.
Sir, can you just give me few time because only half I'm.
Okay, okay, take your time. Take your time. Meanwhile, Halima, if you wish, you can start for the third question.
Why do we boil the leaf in alcohol before testing it with iodine solution in the starch test experiment? Sir, we have to boil leaf in alcohol before testing
Hmm.
it with iodine solution in the starch test experiment. because because to remove any ethanol leaf, ethanol like alcohol on the leaf.
Okay. No. The question is saying that why do we boil the leaf in alcohol before testing it with iodine solution in the
Oh,
starch test experiment? Ayush, any clue about this one?
sir,
Continue.
to remove chlorophyll.
Exactly. To remove chlorophyll. Later on, you dip it in the cold water to remove to remove any ethanol present on it, to remove any alcohol present on it. Okay, now. Hmm. Yes, Ayush, you can continue.
Sir, only 1 minute.
Okay, take your time. By the way, all of you have received your syllabus for the final exam. Have you guys
No, sir,
received it? No. Ayush?
not yet.
Not yet.
Next week, I think.
By next week.
I
Okay, okay.
guess.
Okay, Ayush, what about you? Have you got the syllabus
Sir,
yet?
programs are going on in my school, activities and all.
What sort of
Sir, I
programs are
got
going on?
sir, I
Sir,
tell the portion also to you.
Oh, you have got it, Ayush?
Yes, sir, I got it. I send it to you only.
Okay, okay.
sir, for my school, there are programs like sports day and all going on,
Oh, okay, okay.
and well-being activity for our school.
Okay, okay. Got it. Yes, Ayush, we have to describe the transpiration experiment using a plastic bag. And what does it proves basically? You can refer to the diagram as we have discussed an experiment regarding transpiration in the
Yes,
previous
sir, I
class.
remember. I remember. But
Mhm.
if we okay, if we put a plastic bag over anything like okay, put take a plastic bag. Okay, okay, put on cover a branch of tree. Okay,
Mm.
if should okay, it should fill with the water, the water vapor that the tree is releasing.
Leaves are releasing particularly. Okay, and what does it
Okay,
shows?
okay. Like if there are enough water vapor in the bag, it will come. uh, It will
Yes.
convert into the liquid form of water, and
Mm.
we will able to see work that transpiration experiment of
Okay.
plastic bag.
Mhm.
थोड़ा slow करो.
Okay, so basically in the activity you have covered the covered a branch with some polythene bag. Okay,
थोड़ा slow
Halima,
करो.
Halima, just mute yourself for a minute. So the this branch is covered with the polythene bag, and the plant is kept in the open sunlight for few hours. So after few hours, like after 5 to 6 hours, you will observe some when you will touch the inside of the polythene bag, it becomes moist as tiny water droplets have formed in it. So where did that water droplet came from? It actually came from the leaves. Yes, volume Salam
Yes.
Salman. So it came from the leaves. So Ayush, this shows that the leaves, from the surfaces of the leaves, water evaporates, right? So basically that process of evaporation of water from the surface of the leaves is called as transpiration. So that basically shows transpiration. Okay, so we have done this chapter, um, getting to know plants. We have done this chapter also. Okay, now.
Sir,
Mhm.
can you give some questions on plant world? I mean, for the reproduction of plants or something like that.
Okay, in relation to that, oh yeah, sure, we
Yeah.
can do that. Mhm. So let's take some question. I'll start with very basics. Okay, now first you guys answer to me that what are the male and female reproductive parts of a flower? What are male and female parts of a flower? Your options are petals and sepals. Option number B is stamen and pistil. Option number C is you have got sepal and pedicel. D1 is thalamus, thalamus and petal. Which is the right answer to the question?
Sir, A1.
Petal and sepal. Read the question once again. It is what are male and female parts of a flower?
Okay. 1 minute, sir.
Mhm. Salman, what is currently going on in the school?
Sir, stamina and sir, stamina.
That is stamen and pistil. Who answered this? Salman,
Yes, sir.
you answered this, no? Yeah. So the right answer to the question is stamen and pistil.
B.
Option number B. See, the diagram which I'm drawing over here. See, this is called as stamen. That is the male part. Okay, na?
And
And
the
the
other one,
middle part.
and that one,
Mhm.
yeah, that one is pistil.
Exactly. So the top part of the pistil is stigma. This structure is this complete structure. We are calling this as style,
Pistil. I mean style, sorry.
and this one is ovary. So
Yeah.
all of these together makes pistil. Getting it now, Ayush and everyone?
Yeah.
Yes,
So
sir.
option B is the appropriate answer. Okay. Next answer to me that you guys tell me about how does reproduction in plants occur?
Sir, by uh,
Yes. Just continue.
sir, by pollination.
Okay, first pollination occurs. After pollination, what occurs? What happens?
Then
Mhm.
sperm cells and the eggs.
Fuses together,
Yes.
and then
And then fertilization.
fertilization occurs. Basically,
And then
fusion is basically fertilization.
yeah.
Okay.
And ovary develops into the fruit.
Ovary develops into the fruit, and ovule converts into the seed. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Another question you guys answer. Question is the process of transferring pollen grains from the anther to the stigma is called. What do we call this? Your options are: do we call this as germination? Do we say that this is pollination? Or do we say that this is grafting? Or do we call this as wilting? What do we call this?
Sir, pollination.
Okay, what about others?
Sir, pollination.
It is pollination.
Sir,
Very good.
pollination.
Yes.
So I have a one video to show you guys like how exactly the pollination would be occurring. Okay. Salman, do you have any doubts from this chapter? Getting to know plants?
No, sir.
Good. See, take a look at this given diagram here. See what is happening here. The pollen grains are transferred from the anther to the stigma. This right here is the anther, and from this the pollen grains are going to the stigma. This is structure is stigma.
Yes, sir.
So that is pollination. Getting it now? And it is
Yeah.
occurring inside that flower, but it can occur between two flowers also. Like it can occur
Yes.
between two flowers from different plants also. It can occur. Okay, now Ayush,
Yeah.
Halima, everyone. So here it is occurring between two flowers. Okay. So pollen grain is landing from one flower to the another, and both
Sir,
of them are on different plants.
it can occur from one flower to the
Mhm.
others, but it needs to be the same flower, right?
Same species, right? It
Okay.
has to be of the same species. Like if one is of the rose, another one also has to be the rose plant. If one is marigold, other one also has to be marigold or hibiscus. Okay,
Sir, that is called cross pollination, right?
exactly, that we call as cross pollination. And if it occurs in the same flower, so thereby that is self pollination.
Yeah.
Okay. I have one more question. You guys tell me that what does the ovary of a flower develop into after fertilization? Okay, that's the question. Second question is what what does the fertilized ovule develop into? What does it develop into?
Sir,
Mhm.
the ovary of that is flower, right?
What does the ovary of a flower? Yeah, that is flower.
Okay.
Hmm.
Ovary of a flower develops into fruit after fertilization.
Okay, what about others? You guys have same or different answer? Yes, Ayush, Salman. All of you have understood the process of fertilization in plants, no? Hmm? Let us revise it once again. I suppose you guys are not getting it completely. Say that this is a flower. Okay. What do we call this structure of the flower? What do we call this?
Petal.
Petal. Okay. Ayush, you tell me, what do we call this part of the flower? This part of the flower?
It
Yes.
So the
it is
dark
like
green color.
Yeah, the one in the green color. Kind of looks like leaf.
Yeah.
it
Mhm.
it is sepals, sir.
Exactly. It is sepals. Good. Salman, you tell
Yeah.
me, what do we call this part? This over here? What is this? Yes, Salman, what is this?
Sir, pistil.
No, it's
Sir,
anther. Yes,
anther.
it is anther. What does anther contain? What does it have?
Pollen grain.
Pollen grain is found in it. Good. Pollen grains are found in it. Next, you guys tell me that inside this,
Ovule.
these are ovules.
Mhm.
Ovule.
Okay. So these structures that you see over here, this is
It is
ovule.
it there is eggs inside that.
Exactly. It contains eggs in it. Okay. And this complete structure, let me share it differently. This structure over here, that is the ovary.
Ovary.
Ovary, sir.
So that right over here is the ovary one.
Ovary.
That is ovary. Now let us understand what is happening in the process of
Sir, and
fertilizing.
the up part is the stigma.
Exactly. This one is stigma. That is stigma. And that one, this part over here is called as style,
Style.
right? And this part over here is called as filament.
Filament.
See what is happening in the process of pollination first, like in how reproduction in plants occurs. Now, the pollen grains from the anther goes on to the stigma. The pollen grain would be released from this, and these pollen grains will go on to the stigma. Getting it? So far clear now? It
Yes.
goes on to the stigma. Now, from the stigma, the pollen grain travels. It travels and goes inside the ovary. And inside the ovary, we have got the ovules. What does ovule have? Suppose this ovule,
Egg.
egg is present in the ovule. All right now, Ayush and everyone, egg is found in it. Now, the pollen grain have entered inside it. So the one in the orange color is the pollen grain, suppose.
Pollen grain.
So pollen grain have got the sperm cells basically. Okay.
Yeah.
So this right over here is the pollen grain which contains sperm cells in it. Sperm cells are present in it. Now the pollen grain that contains sperm cells fuses with the egg. And as a result of fusion, a new cell is formed. So the egg and the sperm cell fuses together, and later on it forms zygote, right? Zygote is formed in this process. Zygote
Yes.
further grows into embryo, right? And
Yeah.
embryo is the structure which is basically found inside the seed. This is
Yes.
the seed, and this is where the
And
embryo is found.
inside that is embryo, which
So
later turns into a baby plant.
exactly. So later on, this embryo will turn into the baby plant, and from which a new plant will be growing. So
Yeah.
that is how the whole thing is occurring here, right?
Yes,
Okay.
sir.
So one important thing to be considered here, that the ovule basically transform into the seed. And what happened to the ovary? Ovule transformed to seed, and as for the ovary, that converted into the fruit. So that is the complete process of reproduction in plants. Okay. Hope that should be clear. Any questions?
Sir, can you keep that slide? I'll note it down.
Okay, okay. Or you can just take a screenshot.
Sir, that is ovary fruit, right?
Yeah, ovary converts into the fruit and ovule into the seed.
Done.
Good. So sorting of material, sorry, getting to know plants, this chapter is done. Okay, by the way, we have done it for the second time although, but it is done. We have finished the syllabus also in the batch. Now we are doing the revision. We're going to do the revision. So Salman, tell me, you have any questions from this chapter? And you guys also tell me from the chapter getting to know plants, do you have any questions? Yes.
Sir,
Mm-hmm.
No question, sir.
No questions. Okay. Which chapter you guys would like to discuss then? We can discuss the chapter electricity and circuits. Yeah. We have light, shadow,
sir,
and
can we
reflection.
do electricity and circuits?
Electricity and circuits. Okay. What about you, Ayush?
Sir, we already done that chapter. No?
No, I'm asking about the revision. Revision. We have already done that, but now onwards we're going to start the revision.
Okay.
Okay. Salman, you also have this chapter in your syllabus, no?
Yes, sir.
Here you have sorting materials into groups. You have got getting to know plants. Motion and measurement is there. Light, shadow, and reflection, and electricity and circuit is there in your syllabus. Currently, what is going on in your school, Salman? What did you told me moments ago?
Sir, everything done, sir. Revision is going on.
Speak a little bit louder. I can hardly hear you.
Sir, everything is done, sir. Only revision is going on.
Revision is going on. Okay, okay. Okay, let's start the chapter electricity and circuits then. Okay.
Sir,
And this is the revision basically. Yes, Halima?
sir, can I leave the class? Because I have one more class right now. I'll join tomorrow.
Okay. Okay, okay, no issues.
Bye,
Okay.
sir.
Yes,
Assalamualaikum.
understand. Yeah. So from the chapter electricity and circuits, first I'll be asking few questions to you guys. Okay. So Ayush, you tell me, what do you understand by electricity? What is electricity? Then next, you will be telling me about this, Salman, that what are the applications of electricity? Okay. What are the applications of electricity? And Ayush will be explaining to me what is electricity. Yes.
Sir, what are the application of
What are the applications of electricity? Yes.
Sir, okay, okay. I just was there. I just little this.
Okay.
Electricity is the flow of electrical power or charge. Uh, Electricity is the both base of the part of nature and one of the most widely used form of the energy, which are used by especially humans.
Okay. Okay. Next, you answer.
Sir, me.
No, no, Salman.
sir, lighting, heating,
Hmm?
cooling,
Sir, can you
and
give me another question that I should be prepared?
Yeah, yeah, I'll be asking. You can tell me about what do you understand by electric circuit. Okay.
Okay.
Hmm. Yeah, continue, Salman.
for operating
Hmm.
appliance, computers,
Hmm.
electricians,
Hmm.
and public transportation system.
Transportation, public transportation. Hmm. So electricity has various applications in our day-to-day life. It is used for lighting electrical equipments like bulbs, yeah, for cooling, for the purpose of refrigeration, right? In the field of transportation, also it is important, right? So much of machines are running on electricity, right? So we have got so many electrical appliances, whether it be refrigerators, whether it be washing machines, dishwashers, whether it be air conditioners, etc. All of them are basically running on electricity. So there are various applications. As for your question, you have explained about electricity, Ayush. So electricity is basically, we say, it's a form of energy that is formed due to flow of charged particles. It is formed due to the flow of charged particles. That is what electricity is. Next question for you, Ayush. Tell me what are the type. Tell me what do you understand by electric circuit? Okay,
Sir, my first answer was right or wrong?
it was right. It was appropriate, but a bit. It could be a bit more better.
Okay, sir.
Hmm.
So what is electricity? electric circuit. And a circuit is a closed path of wires and electrical components which allow a current through on the appliance different between 2 points to part. Like I just want to say that. So only 1 minute.
Meanwhile, Salman, you tell me, name the device that is used to break an electric circuit. Name the device that is used to break the electric circuit.
That used to break the
No,
switch,
no, it is
sir.
for, okay, but it was for Salman. Anyways,
Okay, okay, okay. Sorry.
okay, no issues, no issues. Salman, you tell me that, mm, see, you tell me why should an electrician use rubber gloves while he will be repairing repairing the electrical switch?
Sir, they will wear the rubber gloves because uh, they will not get electric current, and rubber is what?
Okay.
Uh,
Mm-hmm. It's
sir,
a
on the
okay. Salman, you start. Why the electrician should use a rubber gloves while repairing the electrical switches or electrical equipments? Yes, Salman. Why should they wear rubber gloves? Also, you'd have seen that the handles of the tools, like screwdrivers, that is used by the electricians, generally are having a plastic or rubber cover on them. Why is it so? Mhm.
Sir, I understood. I understood. Electrician wears the rubber gloves because the rubber is not rubber. It is a insulator. Okay.
Rubber is an insulator. It's a bad conductor, poor conductor of
Yeah.
electricity. Good. So thereby, so that in order, like if he were to touch it barehanded, so he can get electrocuted. Okay.
Mm.
Okay. Salman, you tell me what is the direction of flow of current in the dry cell? Is it from positive to negative terminal or from negative to positive terminal? The current flows from positive to negative terminal, or is it traveling from negative to positive? Yes.
Sir, can you ask the question again?
Question is, what is the direction of flow of current in a dry cell? Is it from positive to the negative terminal or negative to positive? Like when we take a dry cell, that's the positive terminal, that's the negative terminal. When you connect it with wires and when you connect it with the bulb, so bulb glows, right? So question basically here is that the flow of current is occurring from the positive to the negative like this, or is it from negative to positive terminal? Yes,
Sir, positive to negative.
positive to negative terminal. Very good. So that is the direction of the flow of current. Okay. Ayush, you tell me that uh, what do you mean by open circuit? What do you mean by open circuit? Yes, Ayush. And you will be telling me about the about the name of the thin wire used in the electric bulb. Okay, Salman, you have to tell me about the name of the thin wire used in the electric bulb. Okay. Yes, Ayush, what do you understand by open circuit?
Sir, open circuit like
Hmm.
one. What do you mean by open circuit? A circuit in which the continuously broke due to the which the electric current cannot flow. When we on the switch, so current will broke, which
No.
one, sir, like it
When
is
you
wrong.
turn the switch off, when you turn the switch off, then the pathway of flow of current breaks. Then the flow of current will break.
Sir, it was wrong. It was wrong. Sorry. Uh,
No issues.
Open circuit do not allow an electrical current to flow through the circuit.
Hmm.
Are called open circuit.
Is called open circuit.
Hmm.
Okay. So if the wire is cut open, if the wire is cut, or you have turned off the switch, so thereby the pathway of the flow of electric current is broken. Then it becomes open circuit. Yes, Salman, you tell me what is the name of the wire that is used in the bulb? See,
Sir, a filament.
it is a filament. Very good. Okay, now, by the way, can you guys tell me which metal is used to make this filament? This filament is made up of which metal?
Sir, can you give me options?
Okay, I'll be giving options to both of you. Is it made up of iron? Is it copper? Is it
It is
tungsten?
something diagonal, not the
Does not,
1 minute,
does not
sir.
have got to do with the shape. Is it tungsten or is it aluminum?
So it is
Tungsten.
tungsten.
Very good, both of
Tungsten.
you. So this is tungsten. Okay. Uh, Answer a few more questions, then we'll be beginning. Tell me, uh, tell me about this thing, or just tell me about the scientist who invented electrical cell or electric bulb for the first time. Electric bulb for the first time. Who invented it? It's very common. Thomas. Complete the name. It was
Thomas Edison.
Thomas Alva Edison. Okay. Okay. Uh, what do you guys say about the air? Air is a good conductor or is it a poor conductor of electricity? Hmm?
It is
Air,
a good conductor.
no, it's a poor conductor, no?
How, sir? Because of
Mhm.
air also, the pin start to rotate, and because of that rotation, electricity will conduct.
Repeat the first part once again, what you were saying.
Sir, I was saying air is good conductor also, because only sometimes, because when there will be no electricity added down,
Hmm.
so much air will come, it will force windmill to rotate, and when it will rotate one time, so it can conduct electricity also.
No, no, no. You are taking another meaning of the term conductor. That's a different thing. Air conductor and insulator, these are two different things. Let me explain that first. What do we know about conductors? Conductors are those materials that will allow the electricity to pass through it. For example, say that suppose I have a pencil in my hand. A pencil has a graphite in it now. Graphite lead is used in it, isn't it? So if I were to take a pencil, this is the graphite, and if I were to connect it with the wire, okay, and on the other end, I have connected it with a bulb. I have connected with the bulb, and I also have got a battery or a cell in it now to power it, right? So what do we observe that as the electricity will pass through this, the bulb will start to glow. So this shows that the graphite rod that you have used in here is a good conductor because it allows the electricity to pass through it. So thereby you have graphite, which is a conductor. Getting it, all of you? So material that will allow electricity to pass through it, that is called as conductor. Okay, no? Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
In place of graphite, you could have used copper also. A copper wire could also have been connected to the two wires. You could used gold, silver. You could have used iron, aluminum, etc. could be used. But say that you have taken two wires, you haven't connected it with anything. We have got the cell, we have connected it with the bulb. Now, what is in between these two wires? Have you connected the wire with anything? Have we connected it with anything? Obviously, no. So there is air in between the two wires now, right? Between the two wires, air is there basically. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
So these are the open wires. So if air were to be a good conductor, the bulb would have glown now, but the bulb is not glowing because air is not a good conductor. Air is considered as an insulator. It is insulator, a material that does not allows electricity to pass through this. Hope that clears it. Yes, Ayush, you getting it, and Salman?
Yes, sir.
Good. So in the chapter electricity and electricity and its circuits, okay, we have discussed that electricity is basically a form of an invisible energy, the one that you cannot see. Okay, and it is produced, sorry, and it is produced due to the movement of charged particles. There are some charged particles which will be flowing, and because of which electricity is formed, is generated. It has various applications. It is used to run various home appliances, right? Like air conditioners, fan, bulbs, etc. Yes, Salman, are you saying trying to say something?
No, sir.
Hmm. Further, for transportation, also electricity is essential. Cars, rails, they run on electricity. Factories uses electricity to run heavy machines, etc. But then there are some hazards of electricity, also some harmful effects of electricity, like we can get electrical shocks. It can lead to skin burn, can even cause fire. Many times we see that due to short circuit in the house, the building catches the fire, the house catches the fire, right? So these are some of the hazards of electricity. Okay. Conductors and insulators, already we have learned that the materials that allows electrical current, electricity to pass through it, they are called as conductors. So you have got metals like copper, iron, right? Silver, gold, etc. They are good conductors of electricity. But as for the insulator, they are the materials that do not, sorry. So we're saying that materials that do not allow electricity to pass through them, they are called as insulators. Talking about the human body, what will you say? Is human body a conductor or is it a insulator? What do you guys think? If we were to accidentally touch some current carrying wire, do we not get electrocuted? Do we not get electrical shock? We do get, no? Yeah. So our human body is a conductor. Electricity can pass through our body. Getting it? So thereby, if suppose accidentally, one should never try this. Accidentally, what happens? Suppose these are the two wires. Okay, these are the two wires in which current is flowing. Suppose, and if someone were to hold these two wires in their hand, so the person is obviously going to get electrocuted. Getting it or not? The person is obviously going to get electrocuted if they were to touch these two wires. So the person will get electrocuted because our body is a good conductor. It's a conductor of electricity. Further, we have discussed in the chapter about electrical cell, its
Sir,
structure and its uses. Yes, yes, Salman?
sir, if we wear rubber gloves and touch the wire, broken wire, so we will get the shot.
No. We will get, but it will not be that much detrimental. Okay, no. So when electricians would be working with the switches, switchboards, they will be using a rubber glove. They will be wearing a rubber glove. Okay.
Sir,
So
it will get touched to beliefs, not our skin, right?
yeah, not to our skin. Okay. So when the electrician would be using the rubber gloves while working with the switches and switchboards, rubber, as we know, it's a poor conductor. It's an insulator of electricity. So even accidentally we were to touch the live wire, the electrician were to touch the live wire, but he is wearing the gloves. So he will not get the electrical shock while handling with the live wires because rubber is a insulator. Getting it now? So it's a very crucial safety measure for any electrician who is working on electrical circuits. Basically, got it? Okay, now hope you guys are getting it.
Yes, sir.
Talking about the electric cell, we have learned it's a small source of electricity. Basically, it will produce a small amount of electricity with the help of which small devices will be powered. And how does it work? So it has got chemicals stuffed in it, and the chemicals would be producing energy. They will be producing chemical energy, which is converted to electrical energy. And using that electric energy, we are able to power toys, torches, small devices can be operated on this. Okay. Then, when all the chemicals are used up, then the electric cell stops to function. Then it has two terminals, two ends, right? The one end that is attached to the carbon rod. Inside the electric cell, we have a carbon rod. So this end that is attached to the carbon rod is the positive end. This is the positive end. So that is called as the positive terminal. While the other end, which has a metal disc on it, that is the negative terminal. Okay, now hope you guys are getting it. Then it is basically used to power small devices, as we have discussed. An important thing we have learned that we should never connect the two terminals of the cell or the battery directly. Like you don't have any electrical appliances in between the wire, so it should not be connected directly. Otherwise, if you were to do so, it will drain the cell or the battery quickly, and it will eventually stop to function. Getting it, all of you? You guys tell me, what is the difference between a cell and a battery? How are they different from one another?
Sir, lithium battery are you saying?
It could be any
S-
kind of cell.
okay. Sir, cell are small in the size. Okay, they are used for first point. Cells are the very small in the size. Second point, they are mainly used in the some like they are used in toys, torches,
Mhm.
and other okay in other things. Then battery are the instrument that are that can be used in the mobile also. Okay, they are be chargeable and they are big in the size.
So that is not the difference. No, that is not the main difference. Although battery is big in size, that point is good. But the main thing is that, okay, Salman, you were also required to explain this one. Salman, what do you say? What is the difference between the two? This is cell and this is battery. This is cell, this is the battery. So a
Sir,
cell, yes, continue.
a cell is a simple device that converts chemical energy into electrical energy, while a battery is a collection of coils that provide a steady
Hmm,
source of electrical energy.
hmm, hmm. Good. So cell is basically a single unit that will give you a small amount of electricity, while battery is a group of cells that is connected to give more amount of energy. Getting it? That is the main difference. Cell is a single unit while battery contains several cells in it. Okay, so it's so that is the main difference. It is single, it is having group of cells. It will give a small amount of energy, but this will give more amount of energy. Okay. In comparison to size, as you have mentioned, Ayush, that cell is compact and light while battery is larger and it can be bulkier also. Okay. Then the cell will be giving little amount of energy, it will be giving more amount of energy. When we have lighter tasks to do, like we have to use small devices like clocks, lamps, so then you can use a cell. But if you have to use, like if we have to perform heavier tasks, like in the case of performing heavy tasks, we prefer, like you have inverters in the cars, the battery is preferred there. No, hope you guys are getting it. An important thing, like how do we convert the cell into the battery? So while converting the cell into the battery, we must ensure that the opposite terminals are connected to one another. So this one is not appropriate because the negative terminals are touching one another. So will the electricity flow in this case?
No, sir.
No. So they were opposite terminals, positive, negative should be connected to one another. Okay. And this gives you more voltage. Suppose if the individual voltage output of a given cell is 1.5 volt, but when you combine all of them, so it will be 1.5 plus 5 plus 1.5, that will be 4.5 volt. That is the case. Okay. We also learned about the conducting wires. So to make a conducting wire basically, you know that these are the metal like wires like copper or aluminum, which are good conductors of electricity. Okay. And we have learned that silver is the best conductor of electricity. But why do we not use silver in place of copper and aluminum? Why don't we use it? Although it's the best conductor of electricity. Yes. Because of the obvious reason that it is quite expensive. That's why we don't use, right? From here on, we'll be doing discussing in the next class. If you guys have got any worksheets from the school now, make sure to forward it to the counselor. Have you guys received any worksheets? Generally, the school provides worksheet for exam preparation.
Sir, they didn't provide till now.
Till now, you haven't got it. Okay.
Yeah.
In case you guys get it, just let me know or
No,
send it to
sir.
the counselor. Okay.
Okay.
Okay, then that's it for today's class.
Bye, sir.
Yes. Bye.